Bridgett LaRé. It's your girl, Bridgett LaRé.
This is the Bridgett LaRé Show, where we showcase, highlight, and celebrate the unique gifts and talents that makes us all treasures in this world. Like the beautiful Miss Barb Allen right here. Hello, Barb. How are you?
Hey, I'm awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. So it's so good to meet you today here at the 10X Workshop. We're here in Miami, Florida. And Barb, we want to know, what is your gift?
My gift is helping people dig in and uncover their stories and amplify the impact that they already are sharing on stage, amplify that impact with their signature book.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's amazing, because we're here helping. They're here today at the 10X Workshop helping people amplify their signature talk. So what you're doing go hand in hand with a signature book?
I can take any signature talk, any keynote talk, and turn that into a powerful memoir for a person. Or I can take all the topics. A lot of time, our speaker will have a lot of topics they speak on, right? We could turn all of those into one book and make every topic its own chapter. And this is, I believe in this so deeply, because we all have such deep stories to share. It doesn't matter how many talks we give, how long we have on stage. You cannot get into your whole story on a stage. You just can't. And people want to know more. They want to go deeper. And you can move them from a stage. When they get to take your book home in the quiet of their hotel room or in another space, and they get to really dive into it, that's when you get pull on that heartstring.
So they get the ugly cry and really work out the tool.
Yes, to ugly cry is perfect.
So what is your book about? You're an author, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. What's your book?
So I wrote my first book years ago after my husband was murdered, and I was attending he was murdered in the military. He was murdered by an American soldier, actually, along with the commanding officer.
Sorry to hear that.
Yes, thank you. And it was obviously horrific. I went through a 3.5-year court-martial process. I watched the trial fall apart. I had 4 little boys to raise. And as the trial fell apart, I became more determined to tell the story that wasn't being told and get the truth out. So
her story is going to move you. Get ready, put your hands together for Barb Allen.
My husband trained up in May 2005 and deployed over in June 2005 to join the 42nd Rainbow Division headquarters company over there to help clear up a situation in supply that his good friend and commanding officer was having.
But just 10 days after he left, my doorbell rang at 6 o'clock in the morning, and there's the military detail there on my door to tell me that my husband had been killed the night before. September 30th, 2005. I was 32 years old, and I'd been a widow for 4 months and 2 days. Instead of planning that date night with my husband, I was planning a trip to Kuwait the following month so I could attend the first hearing for the soldier who'd been arrested and was about to be charged with the murders of my husband and the commanding officer.
We went through a 3.5-year court-martial process. Absolutely horrific process to go through, only to sit there on December 4th, 2008 and watch the man I believe murdered my husband walk out of the courtroom a free man.
Patriotism to me is very important. I feel like it is being a little bit thrown by the wayside, even weaponized these days, and I just want to take the politics back out of patriotism and just let Americans celebrate being American.
It's not only your opportunity to enjoy all the gifts you yourself gave so much for, it's your duty.
One of the most underutilized tools I have ever come across in facing trauma and adversity and pain and all that garbage is humor. It doesn't even have to be like appropriate humor, but for every occasion there is a joke. It doesn't have to be a good one. My dad's a master of bad jokes. Got you, Dad.
I don't just bring my stories and my lessons to the stage, although of course they're very deep and personal part of me, but part of what helps us all grow, part of what helps me grow, is when I turn to other people's stories as well. It's such a huge honor, a huge gift, and a huge blessing to be able to do what I do, to have interviewed over 250 people around this country with incredible stories of courage and grace and resilience. And we've identified common themes in all of their stories, common themes that they've used to apply to turn their pain into purpose. I know exactly what it's like to go from not just rock bottom, but from a place so far below rock bottom that rock bottom looks amazing to you from where you are. I know what it's like to go from that place and get back up and struggle and fight and push and shove and do everything you need to do to get back up to a place where you have that full circle moment. And then once you do, you don't want to stop. You just want to keep going and find more full circle moments and climb more mountains. And that's what I work really hard to reach into every single audience that I speak to, whether there's 5 people in there, whether there's 15,000 people in there. I'm going to come, I'm going to pour it all out. I want to teach you those lessons. I want to give you that moment. I want to help you feel that. And when you get up and you walk out of that room, I want you to carry that with you. And that to me gives purpose to my pain.
So I got my master's degree in criminal justice. I went to other court martials and studied from experts. And I wrote a book on my husband's case. And from there, years later, I wrote a chick book, which I am hell-bent to turn into a screenplay and have turned into a chick book. And then I just wrote my recent book, What Not to Wear to a Murder Trial. And other tips tragedy taught me, yes.
That sounds so interesting. So the first book was called what again?
Front Toward Enemy.
Front Toward Enemy. And then What Not to Wear to a Murder Trial.
Yeah, and in between, I had How to Woo a Widow. That's my fiction book. Then I started getting people asking me, you know, like you give your talk, you write your book, you do so with the intent, and it had it, but I didn't anticipate people coming up to me and saying, oh my gosh, can you help me write my story too? Can you help me write? And that happened so often over the years that really just in the last year, I finally said, why am I not doing, like, I'm good at this for whatever reason. So so many people were coming to me and I was coaching and mentoring, help so many people on the side for free because I like to. I'm like, why am I not monetizing this? Like, why am I ignoring? I felt like I kept trying to speak on grief and resilience because it's what I'm called for. And I feel like God is like, how many people do I have to send you? You know, you're supposed to write books.
So you have a publishing company now?
No, I write for people. So I'll write your book.
So you're a ghostwriter?
I will ghostwrite or co-author, or I will edit it, or I will coach you through writing your own book. And then I can connect you with, I have 2 publishers that I work with. Okay. Myself, you can work with anyone you want, you know, but I have 2 publishers I know and respect and trust. And so I will send you to one or either of those if you would like me to. And they can take care of everything else, putting your book out and whatever you want them.
Okay, Barb, I may hit you up because I have 2 books out, but it's the first 33, One Woman's Journey from Trash to Treasure. So it's a 3-part book. Thank you.
I love that.
So that's why everything I talk about is about treasure, how we all have a gift in treasure.
Yeah.
But I'm working on the 3rd one, and I want to go with a different publisher. So I'm going to hit you up about that, see if you can help me out with a publisher.
Absolutely.
So, guys, where are you from, Barb?
I'm from New York.
From New York. You live there now?
I do.
Okay. Love your energy. Love her energy, guys. I had to pour her to the side. A couple of people, we all had the chance to speak here at 10X Workshop. Barb got on this stage right here, and when I tell you she wowed the entire audience. You wowed us with your 2-minute speech. It's only 2 minutes. It's only 2 minutes. It's only 2 minutes. I'm saying that because would you like to give us your speech?
What?
Okay. I'm going to step down and let you have the stage.
Maybe, I thought, as I felt the tears burn my eyes, maybe it was too soon after my husband's killer smiled at me in the courtroom for me to be at another Capitol court-martial. But there I was, so lost in my thoughts, I didn't notice the young JAG officer slide in next to me until he asked if I was Barb Allen. When I said yes, he said that he had read my book and it changed how he's working with victims and their families. Whoa. No, obviously it didn't magically resurrect my husband and it didn't give my 4 kids their dad back. But my book was impacting lives. The books I've written since for myself and for my clients amplify that impact. I believe that the impact of every single speaker can be amplified with the signature book. That JAG officer, he didn't find me. He didn't tell me that it was a talk he heard me give or a news show he saw me on or an article he saw about me that influenced him to make the impact he was making. It was my book. Your gifts, they don't begin and end with the profession that you hold or what you teach. How much do you know that you don't speak on because it's not what you teach and what you work on? Don't ignore your gifts. Don't leave your impact at the office, and don't leave your impact on the stage. You wouldn't leave that money on the stage, would you? So why are you leaving your impact on the stage? Come with me, we'll write your signature book.
Now y'all see why I wanted Barb to give you this signature speech, right? Because I'm pretty sure somebody's out there right now with a book in them.
You have to write your book. You have to write the book.
Like Barb said, it's impacting people deeper than the stages because you have to have products and service to sell to people.
Beyond the stage.
Oh my God, great job. I love it. It's so impactful.
Thank
your
you.
story is it pulls on the heartstrings, and so sorry about your loss.
Thank you.
And so happy to see that where you are today.
Me
So,
too.
oh my God. Barb Allen, y'all. So Barb, if somebody needed if somebody needed your help with their book, how could they find you?
You can find me at barballenspeaks.com. That's also my Instagram name is Barb Allen Speaks. You can find me there. Direct message me. I'll hit you up right back. That's the easiest way.
Okay. So Barb, real quick, anything you want to offer somebody that may come up with some challenges in writing their book or getting their story out, wanting to know what to focus on, what to tell?
Absolutely. I know everybody doesn't have a budget to work with someone like me, and I trust me, I get that. So I built a very simple to follow process that I can send you. If you want to message me and send me your email, I will send it to you for free. I'm not going to charge you for this. You could take this template, you take this PDF, I can send it to you right away, and you just fill in the blanks that I set up for you, and you'll have your book outlined, ready to go.
Wow. Talk about a gifted individual. Giving gifts here on the Bridgett LaRé Show. Guys, Barb believed in herself. That's why she's standing here on this stage delivering these powerful messages and writing books helping people change the world. So you believe in yourself, because if you don't, nobody else will. We'll see you on the next Bridgett LaRé Show. Bye.
You're awesome.
Bridgett LaRé. It's your girl.